Hi, I'm Mike Derlin. I'm with AAA Construction School, Inc. This is an introduction and walkthrough for our course on certification by endorsement. This is directed towards contractors who are from states other than Florida who have passed the NASCLA certification examination and would like to become certified in the state of Florida. I'm going to basically be demonstrating all the procedures of going through the course, logging in, how to access the different modules, the do's and don'ts, to hopefully kind of make it a little bit easier once you actually sit down and start the course. Let's get to it. Okay, so we've signed up for the course. The first thing we're going to need you to do is to send us a copy of your NASCLA certificate. We need this so that we don't waste your time and money doing a course, spending 6 hours on something that you don't meet the eligibility requirements. We just want to do that. You can either scan it or take a photo with your camera, with your smartphone, and then email it to Mike at aaaconstructionschool.com. If you use your camera, make sure that it's legible so that we can read it. Once we receive your certificate, we'll be emailing you a link and a username and password. However, I'm going to warn you, AOL, Hotmail, Gmail, Yahoo Mail, a lot of these companies using a very aggressive spam filters, and our email to you may go directly to your spam folder. So check there first. But I'm going to show you a way where you should be able to log in without a whole lot of problem, even if you're not receiving that email. Right here is where you would search for a website. However, we already know the address, so we don't need to search for it. We can just go directly to the address bar up here, and I'm just going to type in dbprconed.com. That's short for Department of Business and Professional Regulation. That's the state of Florida that governs the Construction Industry Licensing Board. Con Ed is for continuing education. We do a lot of continuing education for them. So that's the site of our online course. And hit enter, and it's taken us here to our site. I've already got an email typed in here. That's because your username is almost always going to be the email address that you signed up with. So if you don't receive that email, just type in your email under the username. And for password, it's almost always going to be your first initial last name, all lowercase, no spaces. Although occasionally, depending on how you were signed up, it might be just password, all lowercase, PASSWORD. So if your first initial last name doesn't work, remember, no spaces, all lowercase, try password. And I'm just going to click login in, and here I am. Now if I scroll down a little bit here, I see courses in progress, certification by endorsement, and that's the course we want to take. So I'm going to hit continue. And here we are. You can see that it's broken down into 4 parts. Part 1 is building code covers and chapters. This is going to cover each code book so that you'll be familiarized what is contained in each book. That way when you answer a test question, you'll have a good idea which code book to go to answer that question. Part 2 is highlighting. We're going to highlight those paragraphs, those pages, those sections that are historically associated with test questions. So once you go to the right book, you'll be able to quickly go to that section and answer the open book question. Part 3 is code history and practical application. That's more familiarization as well as some useful information like on pulling permits so that once you become certified, you'll be ready to be a contractor. And then the 4th section is our practice test. The real test is going to be 100 questions, passing is 70. This is a 50-question practice test. Every time you start this test, it's going to randomly draw 50 questions from a question bank so that each time you take the test, it's going to be slightly different. We'll take a look at all this here in just a minute. So let's go to part 1. Now this is a 6-hour course. In order to qualify to take the exam, you have to verify in the state of Florida that you spent 6 hours in this course. So initially, you're going to have to take these in order, and you're going to need to spend a specified amount of time so that we can verify to the state of Florida that you spent 6 hours. Once you've completed a section, you can go back to it as many times as you want. Like I've been playing around with this. This part 2's been completed. So once you get a green completed block, you can go back to it at any time. This first chapter here, this is 15 minutes 42 seconds. So this is probably going to have a 15-minute timer attached to it. Let's take a look.
Hello there. Thank you for joining us. We are AAA Construction School Incorporated, located at 34 Arlington Road South, Jacksonville, Florida. And the zipper is 3.
Now we have some controls here. We can maximize this to full screen. If I do that, it's going to screw up my recording, so we're not going to do that. You can zoom in. You can adjust the volume. If you have to stop in the middle of this, there's a good chance when you come back it'll remember where you were at. It's using HTML5. However, depending on how your computer's configured, it might start at the beginning. So if you're about halfway through this, you can advance this,
etc. Chapter 8 is about interior finish.
You can
we have an
skip around if you want,
but not very much.
But you'll need to spend a specified amount of time in each one.
Move forward to video number 2.
And once you finish it, you get to the end, you'll close the window, and you'll close this window here, and it'll show completed, and then you can go on to the next one. Now, once you've gone through all of these, then you can start in the highlighting section. And it kind of works exactly the same way. You can maximize it. You can adjust your volume, your progress in the course.
Hello there. Welcome to some more exciting highlighting and tabbing. We're going to whip out our Florida building code.
You can see, I'm just going to skip through this. Chapter 1, we've highlighted. It'll go through page by page. Not every page is highlighted, but it'll go through and highlight all the important sections. And you can tab and highlight your book that way. And once you go through, you can close it, close that window, and you can go on to the next section. Part 3 works exactly the same way.
Welcome back for some more good stuff. We're going to go through the Florida Building Code, and we're going to learn a little bit of history. We're going to learn how it functions, and we're going to be successful in life and make lots of money.
Hopefully. And again, you can kind of go through
international
the different sections.
Yep. And so
see, this one's probably got a 12-minute timer on it. Once you get to the end, you'll close the window, and once you've completed all these sections, you can take the practice test. Next, a building has 900 parking spaces provided. The required van accessible spaces are, I have no idea, I'm the IT guy, but you've gone through the course. You should know what book they're talking about. I'm guessing this is an accessibility question. And there's going to be there's going to be a formula for every 100 parking spaces. There's going to be a required van accessible space. I'm going to guess 9, but that's probably a stupid guess. Now you can notice that I can mark this question for review. I can review items, and I can end the test. Normally, when you're taking a time test, you want to skip any question that is difficult or could be time-consuming to answer. You want to go through all the questions as quickly as possible so that when you've gone through all 50 questions or gotten to the end of the class or the end of the test, you can go back and review those questions that you skipped. If you marked a question, you can mark it. See, if I click review, I can review all items. I can review items I've marked, or I can review items you've not answered yet. So again, you can mark the question and you can quickly go to it, or if you skipped over it, once you get all the way to the end, you can hit that review and you can review items you haven't answered yet. That's an effective test-taking strategy. Let's look at another question here. Showers used for other than safety reasons shall be equipped with flow control devices to limit the water discharge to a maximum of blank per minute per shower head. I'm guessing that's going to be under the energy conservation. And I'm guessing it's probably liters or gallons. Good question. I'm guessing this is America. I'm guessing it's probably 2.5 gallons. That's a wild guess. Don't listen to me. Ramps used as egress must have a slope of blank percent. That sounds like another accessibility. I'm guessing it's probably going to be low. And then once you've got to the end, you can hit end. You can review marked items. You can review unanswered questions. Again, this is to help you effectively take the test. But I'm going to hit completed. Whoops, I failed. I only got 2% right. And here I got 1 out of 3, energy conservation. Oh well. But since this is a practice test, it's going to give you immediate feedback on the questions you've got wrong. It'll tell you, answer the question, give you a correct answer. We'll also tell you what building code and section it was from, so that you can review your answers, test your knowledge, and allow you to go through those questions that you need a little bit extra time with. So close that activity. So that's it. That's the basic part of the course. That's it for the walkthrough. Hopefully you have a better idea what's contained in the course and what to expect. If you have any questions during the work week, give us a call at 904-722-9994. On the weekend, you can shoot me an email at mike@aaaconstructionschool.com. That's it. Good luck.